Way too long. Ping pong. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the stream. For those who, oh God, my oh, that's not great. But yeah, I'll adjust that in a bit. But yes, before we begin, if you're here to see Jeremy, I'm sorry, I'm here to disappoint you. There has been a delay. Jeremy's not feeling great today, so have to reschedule. It's not just a postponement. We want to give him a time to recover properly. So once he gets better, I'll be checking in with Jeremy again when we will be doing our Geeks at Sea session. For tonight, it'll just be a little light gaming, where I'll be playing Magic the Gathering. Poorly, very likely. You're not gonna like what you see, trust me. But yes. So yeah. And we'll be doing a little chat. So if you guys want to, like, just drop some messages, just talk about your week and stuff, feel free to just drop messages and stuff. I'll be responding and seeing. This is a turn-based game, so I wouldn't be too overly, diving deep into it. My cat pictures are there. They're not horribly updated, which is not necessarily a horrible problem, but they'll be up there. Let me just adjust my own image first, and then we will get to starting a session. So we'll be playing Alchemy today. I know it's a format that most people, like, if you follow Magic, most people aren't particularly fond of. Oh, hey, hi there, my wonderful PNG tubing image. If you can see that, that would be awesome, because I like that PNG tubing image. See how this looks. Okay. Let's feed back in. Yeah, there we go. Okay, good. I'm pretty again now. Yay. Alright, so we'll be playing Magic the Gathering tonight, and we'll be playing Magic the Gathering Arena. So a small thing, one habit I do have when it comes to Arena is that I usually will try to build decks based on the missions that I have. But since it's white and black, I actually kind of have a deck already. This is a deck that I kind of like. It's a really silly and dumb deck that I've been playing around with a lot, and a lot of it revolves around Mischievous Lookout. If you're not familiar with this card, it's kind of, strictly speaking, one of my favorite cards in Arena right now. It's a Alchemy limited card, and all it does is that it actually allows you to bring back like basically non-creature permanents back from the grave, which is great if you have a lot of ETB enchantments. And this was sort of done during that time. This was sort of released around that same time when there was a lot of enchantments. So I freaking love it. It does interesting and very almost nasty combinations, especially with cards like Momentum Breaker. So this is usually what the deck is kind of based around. So yeah. It's not terribly efficient. This is a variant of it that I've sort of made more recently that is meant to be really, really annoying to play against. But at the same time, it really, really dies really quickly to rid. Some of the Boros decks are just the red-white decks, right? Like, they're just nasty beyond more belief. Like, with the right hand, it's almost a third turn guaranteed kill, and it's with Mobilize. And whoa, you just get dragged to the floor, man. Oh god. Ah. And I need that so badly. Okay. Hello. Also, very interestingly, for some reason during this FF release, the lands are automatically like FF themed. Really surprised by that. White, black, red deck. Let's see what you're gonna bring down. Oh god, it's a Boros Rush. Yes, it is. See, it's definitely gonna be a mobilized deck, right? This is exactly what I was talking about. Like, you drop this now. Next turn, you're gonna drop like that stupid. Like, there's this alchemy card as well that says, oh, creature tokens that are created are copies of this guy, and then its power and toughness is equal to the number of creatures you control. It's just a shit ton of nastiness. So it's almost a guaranteed third turn win if you just get that off. I'm not letting that mobilize bullshit go through. That is just nasty. So yeah, so the way the mobilize combo works is that with the alchemy thing, sorry, like with the alchemy thing, with the alchemy creature, what happens is that you get this, you kind of get this dumb thing where it's like, oh yeah, we're, like, so because mobilize, what mobilize does is that it creates a bunch, when a creature mobilized attacks, you put in a bunch of 1/1 creature tokens that are tapped and attacking along with that creature. So say for example, if the creature is mobilized 3, you bring in 3 1/1s that attack alongside with it. The thing is that at the end of the turn, you're supposed to sacrifice those creature tokens. So it's like, it's a momentary army kind of thing. Like right now, you can see this. There's like mobilize 2, these guys are here. And then there is an ability that says here, like during your end step, warrior tokens you control have this token can be sacrificed. So this is what, like, this is unique for him that makes him like stay, right? So this kind of stuff happens. And it's really annoying because it just mass spams the board really, really quickly and very, very efficiently. It's one of the best things about the set itself, but it's also some parts like why it's so annoying. And when you take into consideration the sorry, we take in consideration the effect of the alchemy creature that I just mentioned, like, oh, this creature's power and toughness is equal to like creature tokens, and other creature tokens come into play as copies of this one. Like if you're mobilized 3, then automatically it becomes a 4/4 because you have that mobilized creature as well. Sorry, it becomes a 5/5. So, and then if you just swing right, it's just like, oh yeah, hey, here's a bunch of like, these are 3 5/5s, eat shit, go home. So yeah, it's a really, really nasty combination. Third turn kill almost instantly on, like third or fourth turn kill, right? Almost guaranteed, right? On alchemy. Yeah. So absolutely nothing but the worst. Wow, there's a lot of you guys tonight. Hi, everybody. Oh, God. Oh, this one's tough. I'm not liking this fight. Oh, shit. I thought this guy's mobilized too. Mistakes. Mistakes are abound. And this hurts worse than a kick in the nards, man. Holy mother. And I was just talking about this, right? Like, this is exactly which one I was talking about. Thunderbound Vanguard. This is the worst. Like, this is absolutely the worst, like, combination when it comes to, like this thing in a mobilized deck is just nasty beyond all belief. Oh, God. I don't even remember whether tokens actually get sacrificed in the end, by the way. Can I even like win this one? I'm actually not sure, by the way. We'll see, I guess. So one of the coolest things with this deck really is this silly thing that you can absolutely do. Come on, let me have it. You're gonna try to kill it anyway. Are you gonna board wipe it? So yeah, so this is kind of cool. Like, this is one of the more idealistic approaches towards this thing. Man. He's trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with like Michifio's outlook. which is a very reasonable expectation, right? Like, yeah, there we go. Yeah, there's nothing I can do. I'm dead. The mobilize alone would kill me. I'll let him finish it. Like, there's nothing I can do. There's legit nothing I can do. This is the deck that I die to. It's like I really need a very specific build to be like a very specific hand to be able to survive that like onslaught. It is nasty beyond all belief. Nasty. By the way, this deck of mine is updated with a small amount of Final Fantasy cards. I've actually opened the packs before, but like there's not that many that are particularly good or well suited for this specific like deck of mine. Hello. Oh, I need some of my mills. Oh god, I hate that card. You die now. That card provides so much ramp, right, that it's really nasty how well that card works. Should I remove it? Do I have better stuff to do? No, I don't have better stuff to do. I will remove you. You go bye-bye now. I'm not liking where I'm at right now. The hand's a little dead. His ramp is pretty solid. I really don't like where I'm at. Let's see how it goes. This is me just dropping it early. I really don't expect anything from it. Yeah, I've got about like 7 mil cards in this deck, and I'm not getting any of them, and it's really annoying me right now. There we have it. Finally. Oh, this is not great. I know what I have inside the grave. Let's go with this. This is not gonna look pretty for me. Oh, Yuna. Do I really want Yuna this time? No, I don't. Yuna's actually pretty okay. So Yuna's the one, like, oh, I could have done it. Dang. Ah, no, I forgot. I should have. Can I? No, it wouldn't have mattered. I couldn't. I can't bring Yuna back in time for this. Doesn't work. Oh well. Not bad. Really played wrong this one. Looking up gaming. Oh wow, I just beat you the other day. Small. Oh really? Cool. Nice. Congratulations, man. What were you playing? Were you playing that same crazy Boros thing? Because I hate dying to those things, man. It is absolute trash. Why is this guy not attacking anything? Oh, wait, he is. You can see it. Oh, man, this is... Oh, God, this is so trash. We'll see how it goes.
The undead make great minions. Necromancy is a lot like fucking turnips.
There we go.
You quite enjoy necromancy.
I know, like, not many people actually play this weird deck of mine, so like if you see some guy playing like mischievous lookout, there's a pretty decent chance that it's me. Oh shit! I can I can bring back Liliana's. Oh, that would be rich. Is A7 life? Yeah, it is P7 life. 7 life it is. Worth it. Oh dang, that is not pretty. Oh man. Absolutely not pretty. Oh, sorry. And oh yes, I will sacrifice and mill. Oh well. Ah, this is great. There we have it. None of your bullshit anymore. There we go. Do I have enough to sack? Nah, we'll decline first for now. Man, I really want to know what deck I fought you with. Like, considering the coincidence, right? Like, it must be something interesting. Like, at least the statistical, like, odds of us just matching up on Arena is fascinating to me. Oh god. Yes. What's this one? Oh, that's nice. Oh god, that is nice. That is very nice. That is very, very nice. But I can do this. Why would you? Why would you? Like, I don't think that was intentional. Yeah, the game's mine. Anyway. Yeah. So yes, weird decks with very weird synergies. So yeah, a weird mischievous thing is it's just a thing for me, man. Like, I will lose to this. I've lost with this deck quite a number of times. It is not horribly consistent. But yeah, when you get your mills, it gets surprisingly sweet, surprisingly fast. Okay. Very playable. Should I toss the planes? I feel like you should toss the planes. Should I toss the planes? I'll keep... No, I'll toss the planes. The hand has nothing to play right now, so I'll toss the planes. Because I need something to play. Right now, these are all engine pieces that don't really go anywhere. He's gonna get his heist. Keep playing heist against high stacks. So one good thing that I'll definitely make a point of when I'm like, because I'm playing on stream with all you guys, is that I will definitely be like actually playing through like most of the games, because there's some matches that I don't really want to play against them. It's nothing personal, but I just really don't like fighting high stacks. I get so tired with it. I'm like, Dad, I'm just not bothered. I'm like, yeah, I just don't want to play this against this decks. Let's just move on. Just skip. Just concede and like, let's not go. Yeah, but you know, with you guys watching around, I'll probably, you know, play through it. I'll be nice about it. Yeah, that's it. Use my card. Oh, you're clearly looking for something. Oh, ew, this is interesting. Not playing a high stack, is he? Playing a Boros with ice mechanics for the fun of it. That is fascinating. Cast a spell you don't own, you get that. Interesting. What are you trying to do? Okay, let's try this. Lord first. Oh, that didn't turn out well, but thank God. It just tossed a bunch of lands off. I would have hate drawing like that for the next 4 turns. Literally like toss 1, 2, 3, 4. But yeah, the Terratite was a bit of a cost thing, but like the rest of it is worth it. Oh damn, that's nasty. Double overdrive. Equip creature gains has double strike. Holy nasty. At the beginning of combat on your turn, target creature you control gains +2/+0 until end of turn. At the end. Oh my mother of Jeebus. That is the epitome of just... Oh god, that is disgusting. Oh god, that is so bad. Oh, that is so bad. Okay, let's not entertain this anymore. Both of you die now. Yeah. Oh god, this is pretty good. Oh yeah, there we go. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Let's see, what do I want to do? Do I have any enchantments? Nope. Okay, that's good. And we'll do it this way. Oh. Let's lure some removers out first, and then we'll proceed and see how it goes. Yeah, what is this? The second spell you cast costs less by 1. Beautiful. At the beginning of your turn, if 2 or more non-land permanents enter the... Ooh, this is sweet. This guy has it. Ah, this guy has it made. Okay, I think this matches his. I think I might be dead. Yeah, I think I'm definitely dead at this point. Oh no. Am I dead? No, I'll survive this turn. I don't know how it'll turn out, but I will survive this turn. This does not look pretty. Oh, this does not look pretty. I think it's GG'd for me, but I'll let him finish. I'll let him finish. Celebration at the beginning of your end step. Oh, this guy has another one there. Wonder. Target mouse. Oh, it only affects target mice. That's why you don't get it. Okay. Looks like I might actually survive this again. Ah, spoke too soon. Ah, god dang it. Oh, oh. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Ah, nasty beyond all belief, man. Knew that was not going to end great. Absolutely knew that was not going to end great. Ah, that hurts so bad. Should I hold off? No, I'm good. Let's just drop this and enter. Goodish. Sure, man. I mean, this does nothing. Like, he still gets to heist, but I just want to get it out of the way. I'm gonna do it anyway. Beautiful. Nothing much that I can really bring back yet, so let's enter it. Nothing for me to bring back. The next turn is a bit of a dead turn as well, so that's not looking pretty. Sure, go ahead, be my guest. Ah, that one looks like a pretty good deck. I'm good with what I have right now. So bring back another queen. even out the mana on my side. Drop this to sack you. Thank you very much. Why are you even thinking? Was there a possible reaction? Was there a possible reaction that like involved something? I guess I can sack this. Yeah, I don't have anything I can play. I'll sack this. Should I? I have better things to do with my time. Let's just do this first. This is actually not a great move. I'm just really just dropping it for the fun of it. Yay, there's the heist. Ah, god damn it, I hate playing against high stacks. Man, I was trying to get like the Final Fantasy boosters the other day, and like they're being sold like $9-10 a pop here in Singapore, and by comparison, that's like the normal booster packs are about like 6. So that's like a 50% like price increase. I had friends who were telling me like they're getting priced out of Magic, and it's just nasty. Yeah, it's so problematic because I feel like it's extra bad because I feel like there's so many people that are fans of Final Fantasy and all that kind of shit, and I feel like it's extra bad because it's like if you started Magic because of this set, like I definitely feel like you're gonna come in with this kind of really crazy notion that Magic's ultra expensive, and I suppose in many ways you wouldn't be wrong, but at the same time it didn't used to be this expensive. Like when I first came down to Singapore, I remember like my booster packs used to cost anywhere between like $4 to maybe $5 kind of thing, and now it's so much more nastier. Oh shit, I forgot to drop this. Ah, stupid mistake. Why did I drop this first? I meant to remove this thing. Completely forgot about that. Stupid mistake. That's what happens when you don't pay attention to the game you're playing, you know? Stupid mistake on my part. Ah, there's my rat. There's a good chance that he gets a rat too. One of the craziest combinations in alchemy, because of how heist works, I feel like it's worth noting is that you can actually get more copies of a card than they're actually in the deck, because heist doesn't actually remove cards from your deck, which is kind of interesting but also really annoying. Ah, there's my rat. What you gonna do now? Yeah, there we go. Okay. That is so annoying. Are you gonna counterspell me? Are you gonna counterspell me? Do you have a counterspell? Are you gonna counterspell me? Oh no, you don't. Awesome.
Let us march into battle and make new comrades.
There we go.
No way but my way.
I guess we can use this. Oh, cool. Didn't realize that I had this in the grave. Awesome. Let's do this. Ah, I forgot he has that. Oh well. I'll bet.
You've reached an Don't speak ill of the undead.
Man, I actually like have never realized how nice her lines are. Oh, that is nice. Should I drop it? Should I send it to the grave and bring it back? No, let's draw it like we would draw it normally. I don't want to rush that one. That one's pretty nice.
This is more enjoyable than slaying demons.
Should I do anything else? No, I think I'm good. Yeah, let's end with this. Let's end with this. Ha! I somehow knew that was somewhere in there. Yeah, go ahead. Make my day.
Be a fate worse than undeath.
Knew that was coming. That is so annoying. Let me just double check. Does it actually remove? Okay, do I have exile one of them face? Well, 3 random non-9 cards. Exile one of them classic. Does it actually remove? Okay, I could be wrong then. I could be very wrong then.
Time to get my hands dirty.
Yeah. Let's exile that shit, shall we? Yeah, let's exile that shit. And bring back Mischievous Lookout. There we go. Wait, what? Oh, right. Chorus. Am I gonna, like, deck myself out in the process?
My packs give me. You get used. Death is such an effective tool.
This is fascinating. This is a very nice back and forth. I'm kind of liking this. I absolutely hate this card. I don't have that many solutions for it, that's my problem. And I think he actually has removed at least... I think one of my solutions for it was like this thing. It's out of the system already, so... I've only like banishing stuff. That's not great. Definitely not great. Are you returning? Oh, God. Sure, man. Okay, let's do this. Remove this. And do this. And do this.
Necromancy is a lot like plucking turnips.
Then let's bring back this one. Oh, oh shit! I forgot. If you didn't cast it, this doesn't count. Oh, that's annoying. I keep forgetting that that's the thing. Yeah, Yuna's is like, it does feel like Yuna's sort of a like remover bait kind of thing.
Yours will be a fate worse than undeath.
Ah, man, at this point, this is kind of annoying.
You've reached an undead end.
I think I might die from deck out at this point. Because he's like... Yeah, I think I might die from deck out at this point. He's actually going to heist me to deck out. That's actually interesting. If you play a heist and a mill deck together, you might actually basically double your efforts. Well, like, it's both an offensive and defensive move. You might actually be able to do both at the same time. Like, you basically, you would, every card that you try to pull from your opponent's deck, this is exactly what happens, right?
Don't speak ill of the undead.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just decking me out.
Get used to the smell.
Yeah, I had no cards left for him to steal. That's why it's like that. Can I actually even finish this game like this? I don't think I can. This will deck me out. I am more or less gamed. Yeah, I can't win this. This is his. Oh my god. I got heist milled. Like, the game went into stasis so long. I died because, like, heist just reduced my card list so, like, my deck so badly that there was nothing for me to play. That is insane. I have literally never had this like that played on me before. It is fascinating. Like, it really should be more obvious that it's possible, right? Like, duh, it's possible, right? Let's give that... So I've done my dailies already, so we're going to play a little bit more, but I want to try and see whether that's actually a possible, like, play to look into. Let me see whether... Is that heist? What is that heist? It is a blue red. Okay. Oh man, I hate this card so much. I really, really don't want to craft for it. Can I don't craft for it? Can we play a heist deck without this thing? Let's try and play a heist deck without that thing. I really, really hate that card. I really don't want to use it. Okay, so let's do a standard one. Impetus Lootmonger. It's great mana ramp. First strike, when the creature enters, discard a card, heist target and opponent's library. Whenever you cast a card you cast a spell you don't own, create a tapped treasure token. That's great. Because hey, that cast a spell you don't own thing creates a tapped treasure token, so just it's a great mana ramp. So we're definitely playing that. Weave Nightmare was pretty good. Counter target spell, workable counter as well, maybe. Grenzo Crooked Jailer is very decent. Definitely a bomb that I want to put in somewhere. But I want to play, as I said, I want to play this both as a mill and a heist deck. So we're going to play this with Impetus Lootmonger and even Avon first. Because these are great, like, staple heist cards. They're annoying as... They're really, really annoying. But I want to try and see whether we can just keep this as a red-blue deck first. And then let's go with... Do you want to keep Grenzo? Enters and at the beginning of your upkeep, highest target opponent's library. Let's play Grenzo. Okay, cool. So this is going to be the core heist guys. Heist guys? Anyway. So much 3 cards from you, right? I actually really like Grave Expectations. The problem with Grave Expectations is that it's kind of almost the dead card that doesn't, like, it's nice to do, but it doesn't really do much for you. I'm more inclined to play Weave the Nightmare. It's a nice remover. You control a non-land permanent you don't own. Yeah, let's go with this. So this will be our main heist stack. And then let's see how the rest of it works. So what we want to try and do is let's look for mills first. So this is a very popular mill card. I'm okay with it, I guess. Are we going? How many copies I have? I only have 1. That's not going to be very good. Timberbones joins up, enter any number of target players, each discard a card. Whenever a legendary creature you control enters, any number of target players, each mill a card and lose 1 life. It's so not great. How would this work? Oh, this one would be funny. But it probably wouldn't work as well, because if this is a thing that I need to do, like if I need to actually cast the Overture, the sorcery adventure thing, I don't think I'm in a space where this is going to be a playable, like it's going to be a good card. I suppose the counter argument is that it is great as a backup land, but it's so iffy. Mill 4 cards, then put an instant sorcery or fairy card from among the mill cards into your hand. I think that's okay. Not great. Do we have any other thing that's really good at milling your opponent for once? That's still you. Still you. Not great. Oh, Timur. Oh, but that's gonna be blue-green. That's not great either. That's not gonna work. I don't like where this is. Oh, that is ugly. That is just so horrible. Okay, self-mill would work if I'm playing Resurrection, but I'm not. I'm not playing Resurrection. I'm not trying to resurrect anything. So that's not great. Tamiyo is meant to self-mill so that you can get to, like, make use of her phase 4 nicely, so that's not great either. Do I need to actually trade cards for this? Let's see what's actually available. Any number of target players, each mill 2 cards. Exhaust any number of target players, each mill cards equal to the number of cards in your graveyard. Ooh, oh, this would be nice. Yeah, Riverton Monument would have been probably good for this deck. It's really not that great. At Silence, Stillness in Motion. At the beginning of your upkeep, mill 3 cards. Then, if your library has no cards in it, exile this enchantment and put 5 cards from your graveyard on top of your library in any order. If your library has no cards in, if no cards in it, exile this enchantment and put 5 cards from your graveyard on top of your library. Yeah, so great. That's not... I mean, this is a really nice combo piece, but it's definitely not super... super alchemy friendly. Alchemy tends to be really fast now. It's kind of horrible. Water Crystal. Blue spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. If an opponent would mill 1 or more cards, they mill that many cards plus 4 instead. Ooh, that is nice. That's very nice. But this is actually very nice, like just standard mill. Like this is just a very nice, like just workable mill. Ooh, max speed. Whenever you draw a card, each opponent mills 2 cards. Oh, this is nice. This actually is pretty good. Aether Siphon. This would be good. This creature can't be blocked. Whenever this creature attacks, up to 1 target player mills cards equal to this creature's power. This is actually not too bad either. Oh dang, I actually missed a lot of mills from like Aether Drift. I wasn't really active during Aether Drift, so I guess I just lost a lot of cards in between. Like I didn't get access to a lot of those cards in between. This is actually... So Aether Siphon would have been interesting. This is actually pretty interesting. Aether Siphon would be good for this deck that I'm trying to do. I don't want to do it with this, by the way. Whenever enchantment you control enters, and whenever you fully unlock a room, target player mills 2 cards. It is a... Like, this works, but like it's really slow, and it's really... like, it's a 1 for 0 tree, so it barely does the job of a wall, so it's not very handy. There's this thing too, it's like Mind Skinner can be blocked if a sorcery you control would deal damage to an opponent, prevent that damage, and each opponent mills that many cards. Like Mind Skinner is sort of okay-ish as well. But it's a 10-1, so like it's a lot of, are you really sure you want to go down this line kind of thing? So I'm not big on Mind Skinner as well. And it's a 3 blue, mind you, so like that's gonna be like really troublesome to bring into play and stuff. I am not satisfied. I am not satisfied with where we're at. Oh god, plus meta-analysis. When I saw this card is nasty. This is nasty good. For some reason, it's never hit my radar until now. When this enchantment enters, it deals 3 damage to target creature or an opponent controls. Whenever 1 or more creature die, mill a card and then put a bloodstain counter on the enchantment. Then sacrifice deals 5 or more bloodstain counters on it. When you do, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Like it's slow. It's a slow resurrect, but like it's really nice. Like it's a really nice cheap enchantment card you can just leave on the side for a while. Yeah. Well, not satisfied with where we're at. I don't think there's enough cards that I'm like there's nothing here that is enough for me to go, oh yeah, I totally want to see like this deck is going to come together well kind of thing. So I don't think I'm going to do this one. Yeah. Let's play a few more mischievous lookouts, and then I guess we'll call it a night. This is intended as a backup stream anyway, so yeah. Small note, like something to look out for, I guess. I did splurge a little for Final Fantasy, but like budget's been tight, so all I got was like I got a play box, like a box of play boosters, JP ones. It's through a friend. With any luck, if everything goes well, I would probably get my hands on it like later in the year. And when and if I do, kind of looking forward to actually being able to like get the, on one side it's the play promo, the booster promo that they have, because they actually have this inbox promo that that's basically Edia, and it's really nice. Aside from that, I like JP cards, and if I get my hands on a play booster, okay, then with any luck I'll be able to do I'll be able to do an opening stream, like cracking stream with everybody. Yeah, man, bring out that damn voice of victory, you lousy Martha Stewart. I will suck your face. These things are the bane of... Like this... Oh man, this deck is just nasty. I can't... This is exactly what I'm talking about. See? Like... Tell me that this is not just the worst, right? Oh man. This deck is just the worst. Oh man, look at that. Look at that. Did you actually die? Oh yeah, so they still, so that still happens. So because mobilize is stuck to the because mobilize is stuck to the because mobilize is stuck to the creature itself, so that's how it happens. Okay, cool. Man, this is so nasty. I hate this with the passion of 1,000 burning suns. Oh god. Can I do a trapped one? It would be about the same, I think. Yeah, it would be about the same. So let's just get rid of it. Oh man. Yeah. I don't need this in my life. Man, this is so bad. Oh god. Guess we do this first. Then we see what happens. I don't think this is gonna work also. How do I even... Okay, I can still do this. I don't think... Yeah, I don't think this works. I don't think this will work. I think I'm dead. Would I be dead? I think I'm dead. Yeah. Just the most I can do is this. And then... probably this? And then... he would bring back that damn thing. He would mobilize for like 5. Right? And then I can only block 2, so I'll take 3. Yeah, I can't... Oh, worse yet, I forgot the bonus attack from that one. So yeah, I'm dead. Good game. Man, not having the right solutions for that board state was just nasty. Yeah. So that Vanguard thing is... ah, it's so disgusting. Maybe I should just have like more permanent removers. Like I just need more board removers, right? Does deck really need that much more board removers? Oh god dang it. Maybe I should really just ramp up the board removers and just go home. Just go to town with board removers, man. That is so bad. Oh, this is looking a little bit better. This looks more like a hand that I want to play. Yes, why yes, I really don't care for dragon spells either. Ah, god dang it. Oh, really? I would never have guessed you would play dragons on me. Should be cool. Let's see how he goes. Looks like that one mid mesh. When this enchantment enters, exile the top card of your library until you exile a non-land card. You can cast it while paying its mana cost if the spell's mana value is 8 or less. If you don't, put a card into your hand. Oh god, is this one of those like crazy ass like sustain stuff? Oh god, it is. Oh, that is gorgeous. I'm just gonna keep that on my side. Oh dang, that's nasty. Lost on my side. So he's gonna keep doing this dragon thing. And I'm gonna keep doing my thing too. If a source you control will deal damage to an opponent controls, it deals double that damage instead. Ooh, that is nice. Okay, so let's. Okay, this is really annoying because I'm not drawing my lands for some reason, but like. This is not great. Like, this is not a great hand setup. Like, does he have ETBs that can kill shit? Oh, cool. Oh, cool. At least one land. Yeah, let's go with this. Yeah, you're not facing a good. Like, this dragon deck is. Is facing a wrong deck, man. This is just pure. Like, if you're gonna only drop one bomb a turn, like I will have no problems outpacing you. This is a deck. That was a deck matchup problem. I got lucky. Okay, I think it's gonna be the last game of the night. Yeah. I know it's a bit of a short stream. Thank you guys for dropping by. Honestly, I felt like I wanted to try out a different deck. Maybe I don't know. But so here's the thing. I am planning to, like, if all things go okay, I am hoping to be able to play on Sunday morning. I have a stream planned, but it kind of, there are some contingencies and I don't want to announce it now unless it's kind of like I don't want to jinx it at this moment because reasons, right? It's going to be another Magic stream. But I, like, yeah, I kind of want to do it on Sunday morning. Don't know if it's going to happen, but if it does, then, well, you'll see the announcement and all that, you know? And, like, for that reason in particular, I don't really want to, like, sort of overstay, quote-unquote, overstay my welcome here, so to speak. Like, I don't want to get bored of the game, if you know what I mean. Like, I don't want to be known as a Magic streamer either. Like, there's one point where you do it too much. But I also don't want to... Yeah. Like, I also don't want to... I also don't want to... like just lose pace and stuff like that. I'm sorry, am I making sense? My brain's actually all over the place, I suppose. It's I'm a little distracted because obviously there's a lot of shit going on, and I'm a little bit on the fritz. My god, where's my lands now? On my lands today. Certainly not having any of my lands. Anyway, so yeah. So I with any luck, I will be I hope to stream on Sunday morning, 8:30, like Singapore time. Don't know whether it's gonna happen, but if it does, yeah, like I hope to be able to, like I'll hope to do it for a few hours and then, you know, yeah. Notice creature enters or another bird you control enters. Exile up to one target creature you control without flying. Return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. Oh man, this is so annoying. Honestly, if I didn't miss a land drop, the game's mine already. What you gonna do? Oh, that's good. Slow lands aren't what I want now. Okay. Go with that. Okay. Hit. Oh, Martha of Stewards. Wow, this is absolute trash. Oh, God. Oh, this is so bad. Hey, Damien. How's the new set? It's nasty on wheels. Yeah, because like there's some stuff that's pretty cool. I think I really think the land drop stuff is just oh, man, I want to say that it's like just perverse, but like it's really just really ultra nasty. Yeah. Ah, man. Oh, this is so bad for me, man. I'm just gonna try. He's gonna counter. Oh, it's land sack. What are you trying to do? Trying to figure out how to install it on PC, can't get it to work. Yeah, so Singapore's actually kind of like by right zoned out of it. Oh god, dang it. There we go. Will I be able to survive? Oh, I'd love to be able to discard something right now. I don't think I'll be able to survive. Do I have anything? Oh, Yuna can do it. Interesting. Didn't realize it could have worked. Maybe. But yeah, the set is pretty interesting. Landfall's nasty beyond all belief, but like, yeah, it's not going to be a great friend. Oh god, yeah. Oh, dang. Mm. Dang. Oh, well. Yeah. The new set's pretty okay. So one of my complaints with modern Magic, um, that I've spoken to a number of people about is that modern Magic, especially like for sets like this one and the Final Fantasy set in particular, are really, really horrible for beginners. And a large part is because like, if you look at the set, there are so many keyworded mechanics that just if you've never played Magic before, sitting down and just learning how all of your cards work, right? It's just gonna like it really, really is gonna stress you out. Like like there's a rule. There was sort of what is I'm not sure what the rule is nowadays. But like if you know anything about like Magic the Gathering, like design rules and stuff, right? A thing that is like a common philosophy and understood philosophy is always that commons are obviously what your beginning players are going to see the most of. And when you're building a deck, there's a very, very fair chance that you're going to see you're going to end up using a lot of commons, especially if you are a beginning player. Uncommons are secondary, so if you just look at these two first, as a rule, and then you take a look at like how much of this, right? Like the kind of keywords that you see within like just the first few cards. Like there is drop select, which they actually explain to you what a drop select is on most printed cards, so that's good. In case it's not obvious, like they did away with the reminder text on the digital one. And then there's flying and vigilance, which is pretty common, but those are, there is rules that you have to remember. Stampede is a for fun thing, so that doesn't really matter. Oh, sorry, I forgot. I need to actually turn on craft because I don't have the full set. Yeah, so you need to know. Let's talk about stuff that you actually need to learn, like mechanical stuff that are keyworded and stuff, right? So you need to learn how Saga works. Saga is a card type, so that's an interesting thing on its own that you need to remember. You need to learn what flying is. You need to learn what exile is, because exiles are more common than it used to be. So there's exile and for the purpose of this, right, this experiment in particular, let me open up a notepad and we'll do this together, right? So let me see where there's I can put in a text. Where's my text? Text on screen. So let's talk about, so let's see, exile. Okay, so I'm going, whoa, shit. Sorry, give me a second here, yeah? There we go. Can this work this way? No, that's not how it works. Okay. So I'll put in text. So I'm going to put some of the text over there so you can see it as we go along. Let me just shrink the text a little bit. So it's a little, yeah, there we go. Yeah. So I'll put all the keywords on that side there. You can see it afterwards as we go along. But yeah, let's just go run through this as an exercise, right? So you have to learn what flying is on this card alone. I'm not going to talk about how specific card types, the rules on specific card types work, because I think that gets a little bit far. Though it is relevant, but it's a little bit far. Because for this test, all we're doing is we're just checking for the amount of keywords or unique rule words that you have to learn, right? So we have flying there, Then we have you have to learn exile as well. I know flying is very self-explanatory, but I feel like you really should care. Like you should keep count of it at some level. So this one says, exile this artifact, choose one, return target creature card with mana value 4 or less from the graveyard to the battlefield tab, exile target skeleton, spirit, or zombie. All this is fine, very safe. Let's move on. Tiered. Tiered in the printed card actually has a reminder text. The reminder text, or the digital version, is here on screen, so not a problem. Anything that has reminder text on it, I'm going to give a pass because you don't actually need to memorize it, right? So let's move on. Target opponent gains hexproof. Hexproof is another one that you need to learn. Right? And indestructible, which is another one that you'll need to learn. Okay. Then the rest of it seems pretty okay because restoration magic, the way it works is that each one just gives you more life. Right, so anyway, you're not alone. Target creature gains +2/+2 any of the turn. If you control 3 or more creatures, this is rules on its own. We'll just move. Oh yeah, and totally forgot transform is on the set, right? Is it here? Is it immediately here? Did I forget that? Oh yeah, and then exile this equipment, then return it to battlefield transform. I forgot about that, sorry. We have to include transform as well. Because transform is a concept. I actually had to explain this to a friend on screen on screen at one time because she bought a couple of booster packs. And what happened was that I had to more or less explain to her how transform works and how you can tell if a card needs to transform and stuff. So yeah, so that's the thing. I also forgot. My bad. Zac is +1/+1 counter on it. Sacrifice Zac Flare. Target creature gains control against indestructible until end of turn. Put Zac Flare's counters on that creature and attach an equipment that was attached to Zac Flare to that creature. I think this is actually, by the way, side note, I really think this card is awesome for flavor reasons. Like the whole set, if you're into the FF stuff, it's very chock full of flavor. But as I said, like what we're doing right now is we're actually sort of testing and sort of just exploring how many keywords and stuff that you actually have to learn if you're a newbie, right? So let's go on. Albert Steiner, you have lifelink. Albert Steiner gains +1/+1 for each equipment you control. That's self-explanatory. So we are only going to put in lifelink on this one. Ambrosia Whiteheart has flash. Flash is going to be one. Definitely going to be a thing. When Ambrosia Whiteheart enters, you may return another permanent you control to its owner's hand. Landfall, whenever a land you control enters, Ambrosia Whiteheart gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Not going to put in landfall because landfall's rules are explained on the spot. So that's not memory work, right? Once again, this is how particular I'm going to be about this. I'm not only just counting keywords, I'm specifically counting things that you actually have to learn and memorize, even if it's super intuitive. Like, it's very sensitive on this specific spectrum, but it is all about how much you have to onboard the player, right? So, being very sensitive about this one. Battle menu, choose one attack, create a 2/2 white knight creature token, ability. Do we have to... Does token count as a weird keyword? I'm a little on the fence on that one. Not going to count because I'm not sure. Target creature gets +0/+4 until end of turn. Destroy target creature power 4 or greater, and you can for like whatever. Move on. Tap target non-enchantment creature. Interesting text, not really matter. Interesting like flavor text kind of idea, but like it's not critical, not a keyword issue. Job select, as I said earlier, is there's reminder text on the printed card, so it doesn't really matter. Digital one has it in front of you, so it doesn't really matter again. Equipped creature gets +1/+0 and is a knight in addition to its other types. During your turn, equipped creature is flying. We already included flying, so that's fine. There's a funny thing with the set also as well that kind of soft annoys me, but I don't think it's really that big a deal. Is that they put in a lot of names into stuff like Gilborg here, Gilborg here. And it has everything to do with the fact that they actually want to give a nod to the original like FF like names and all that kind of stuff. The problem with it is that it's like if you are a passing player, like you've not really played and engaged with Magic for a while, it's a lot of text and it's unique text. And if you don't see the pattern immediately, you won't be able to immediately recognize that the italics is meant to insinuate flavor text, even if it's in the middle of rules text. So yeah, small problem there. Yeah, that's not even getting into the stacks as well. The set's mana dorks as well. Oh, sorry, mana dorks? Sorry, I'm not familiar with that term. But yeah, I am definitely not talking about a stack either. Stack's not a thing that you want to give your beginning players like too much of a lesson on, unless they're really, really into it. Like, there are some people I know that would welcome learning about the stack on the first play, on the first try. But not that many. A token stack, but don't stay in the graveyard. Yeah. So, but yeah, once again, like tokens, I don't really consider it because it's sort of this kind of weird, like it's technically a card type kind of thing. If you consider tokens a card, yeah, not gonna count it. When this creature dies, create a 1/1 colors hero creature token. Not gonna count dies as a keyword. Not gonna count token as a keyword. Slash of Light deals damage equal to the number of creatures you control plus the number of equipment you control of the target creature. Equipment is a card type, not counting. Drops Light, equip creature +1/+1 is when this creature attacks, you gain 1 life, and is a cleric in addition to its other types. It's fine. Safe. Ash, Princess of Damascus. Whenever Ash attacks, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal an artifact card among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest of the bottom put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. By the way, this is a really funny thing about language. And I don't know what it applies to you guys, by the way. The phrase put the rest on the bottom of your library always sounds weird to me, especially when I read it out loud. Because on in my head is always on top. You don't put on the bottom of something. I don't know whether this is a magic knees thing. If it is, please let me know. Like if you feel strongly about that as well. But yeah. Leave it in the comments if you think that this is actually a magic knees thing, or is this actually English. Yeah. Attack creatures gain +2/+0 until end of turn. That's fine. Not a big thing. Flying Vigilance we already included earlier. Do we include Vigilance? I don't think we included Vigilance. Okay, I'm gonna put in Vigilance. I forgot about Vigilance. Okay. Right. So Vigilance. As long as you control 2 or more artifacts, this creature gains +2/+0. Artifact equipment drops like equipped creature gets +2/+1 and has no ward. Ward, here we are. And it's a knight in addition to its other types. So yeah, there we have another one. Ward. Right. Then we have, at the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top card of your library. If it is an artifact or creature card, you may reveal it and put it into your hand. If you put a card into your hand this way, create a food token and transform this enchantment. Okay, so this is the part where it gets really funky. Okay. I want to put an asterisk on this because this is relevant to the topic. Remember, we're doing this exercise because we're trying to figure out how unfriendly this is going to be to beating players, right? The fact is, when you get this card, when you get Sidequest Catch a Fish, you're never going to be absolutely certain if that person is going to get a food token inside their booster pack. And the problem with this is that if you don't get a food token inside a booster pack, you are not going to be able to tell what a food token actually does. So, does that mean we should put food tokens as a keyword? I feel that strangely inches itself into the realm of a yes. So I'm going to put it in. But I will put a question mark here. Okay. So we'll move on from there. Snowviller's Vigilance. Snowviller's power is equal to the number of creatures you control. That's great. Summon Chocobo Mog. Stampede. Other creatures you control get +1/+0 until end of turn. Doesn't really matter that much. In a rescue mission, choose one. Take the elevator. Choose, create 3 +1/+1 hero colors hero to creature tokens. So this is exactly what I mean by, like, do you know what you're making, right? So Take the elevator, says create 3/1/1 colorless hero creature tokens. And because it's specifically 1/1 colorless hero creature tokens, like it's explicit what you're supposed to make, so there's no guessing what it's supposed to do. Food tokens, just saying food tokens, don't inherently mean anything to any person who's not familiar with food tokens. So yeah, I'm more convinced than ever that is actually a learning curve thing. So many stories about new players using them to fetch forests from their deck. Same thing like Lenoir elves. I know, right? So, yeah, that is one of those crazier things that you. So I have a love relationship with physical games because of this, because it is always an endless stream of discovery when you work with people who've never touched physical games before, because the kind of ways they play your game, if you ever have playtesters on a physical game for your side, right, the kind of people that would like end up playing your game, the way they interpret your words, your rules and stuff, endless. Like the kind of weird mistakes that will come out from it, you'll find stuff like years after your game is out, right, and that you never thought it was a thing, and it has everything to do with their background, the things that you have taken for granted, the way they interpret your words, and how some people even read things differently over time. So it's fantastic. So many stories being okay. I think one thing to note is also text density. Generally, core sets only have 5 or so cards that take up the whole text box. Text density is the thing. Alright, okay, so let's move on. Tap up to 3 target creatures, put a stun counter on one of them. Stun counter is a thing. I'm definitely putting that in. Because stun counter, without explaining what a stun counter does, it's definitely an issue. I'm willing to concede the stun counter thing if there is a rules text reminder for stun counters on the official card. I can't recall if they do, but I'm going to move on from there. Delivery Moogle. This is very cute, by the way. Flying, when this creature enters, search your library for library and or graveyard for an artifact card with mana value 2 or less. Reveal it, then put it into your hand. Reveal it and put it in your hand. If you search your library this way, shuffle. Very powerful card. Magitech Armor. When this vehicle enters, create a 1/1 colorless hero creature token. Crew 1. I love this. This is so cute. Like, this is literally how you want Magitech Armor to be made, right? But yeah. Not too bad. Oh yes, I forgot. Crew. Gushing over design, forgot about the exercise that we're currently doing. Hey, summon Prima Garda. As this saga enters, after you draw a step, add a lore counter, sacrifice after 3. Aerial Blast this creature. So as I said, like the rules are in front of you, so I'm not counting it. Aerial Blast this creature deals 4 damage to target tap creature and opponent controls. Search for another creature you control gets +1/+0 and flying until end of turn. That's fine. Also, fun thing by the way, we're in our 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, so that's 21. So this is about our 25th card. In case you didn't notice, right, there's a small blurb on the side there, like whenever we are looking at a card. Like, I'll just bring it up here. Sorry, not here. It's not visible here, but like you see when you do a mouse over, like right underneath the rules text, there's actually a small note on which expansion this is from, like the art is from. So like this is FF14. So yeah, that's kind of cool. Aha, mana value. Should add that to the list. Oh, mana value. God, I know what you're talking about. I literally had a conversation with a friend over mana value and mana cost. I'm very, very on the fence about that one because I feel like you can't really teach Magic without talking about mana and mana cost. And yeah, like it's definitely a bit on the fence kind of thing. Disagree? Put in the comments. Weapons vendor. Human artificial. When this creature enters, draw a card. At the beginning of combat of your turn, if you control an equipment, you may pay 1. When you do attach target creature equipment you control to target creature controller. That's fine, whatever. When this artifact enters, exile target non-land permanent opponent controls until this artifact leaves the battlefield. Yeah, whatever. That's fine. There's nothing critical here. Plane cycling. There we go. Cycling and reason cycling. So oh wait, sorry, it's not reason cycling, it's target cycling. Because when you do plane cycling, you're supposed to like look for planes, right? So this one, I'm just gonna go ahead and consider it as 10. Because actually not really. I'll consider it as 2. Because once you get like cycling and then target cycling, I think the rest is self-explanatory. I'll cut magic some slack. So yeah. This spell costs 2 less to cast if it targets a tapped creature. Destroy target non-land permanent. It's fine. Reach. There we go. Reach. Elegant 9. Whenever one of more other creatures and our creatures control, draw a card. This ability triggers once in one. Yeah, whatever. We will do reach. Okay. I create 4 colorless hero creature tokens. Put a 1/1 to counter each. Whatever. Target creature you control gains +1/+1. Here's hexproof. Yay! Did I include hexproof already? I already included hexproof, so that's there. Untap it. Untapping is not technically a keyword, because it's you naturally tap untap already, so I don't consider it a keyword. I know some people disagree. I'll leave it at that. Enchant creature. When this aura enters tap enchanted creature, and enchanted creature doesn't untap during its control's untap phase. When enchanted creature is dealt damage, sacrifice this aura. Moving on. Choose target creature you control that target and target equipment. Gain control of the equipment until end of turn. Attach it to the chosen creature. When you lose control of the equipment this turn, is if it's attached to a creature you control and attach it. Okay, look. So I think this was sort of what Damien was getting at about like how like wordy the set is, and this is actually a really good example. Yeah, Magic has just gone like down the deep end because of this. Flying Vigilance. Add mana, spend this valid mana only to cast an artifact spell or activate an artifact ability of an artifact source. God, that is so weird. Surveil. I'm definitely adding Surveil to it. Surveil. Then draw a card. Are you not counting +1/+1 counters? Yes, I am not counting +1/+1 counters. Because +1/+1 counters, if I include +1/+1 counters, it's sort of like then I would technically have to include practically any counter that has technically speaking, then I would have to separate between indestructible and like there's a bunch of stuff like indestructible counters, finality counters. Finality counters are going to end up here, by the way, on this list, but finality counters and a lot of the other stuff. So I think +1/+1 counters kind of belong in that kind of weird space where it's like, oh, it's a more permanent version of like +1/+0 and stuff like that. And if I need to do that one, then +1/+0 ends up like on the list as well. Exchange that Scry seems to be no longer in the game. Scry is very much in the game. It's in the foundational sets. But Scry isn't as useful. So I think most people have sort of like preferred like if you're playing most of the time, because there's a lot of graveyard manipulation nowadays, Surveil is the preferred one rather than Scry. Yeah. Anyway. Blizzard return target creature to its owner's hand. Target creature owners put it on top. Okay, so this is just gets nastier, but not crazy. Flying, attack, Surveil, that's whatever. Drops like equipped creature gets +1/+0 as whenever this creature attacks, untap target attacking creature and its cleric is additional attack. Not important. Let's move on. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, if it's at least 4 mana was spent to cast it, put a +1/+1 counter on it. This creature can't be blocked this turn. So yeah, so that's not a thing. As long as you control 7 more lands, this creature gets +3/+0. That's fine. Move on. Ultra's Obnoxious Octopus. This is a really fun card, by the way. But yeah, it these 4 mana to cast it, tap target creature and opponent controls, then put a stun counter on it. When you cast a non-creature spell, at least 8 mana was used to spend to cast it. Put 8 +1/+1 counters on Ultras. Very interesting. But not critical to this thing. Target player draws 2 cards. Put +1/+1 counter. Nope. Flying when this creature tokens. Create a hero token, not important. Draw a card, discard a card. Sacrifice this creature, draw 3 cards. This ability costs plus 1 less to activate for each town you control. So here's an interesting question. So there's 2 for me. I'm going to put this up. I know there aren't that many of you guys watching, but I do want to see what I want to try this out here. Can I... How do I do this? All right, here we are. I want to start a poll. And I want to put this real quick. It is basically, should sacrifice considered a keyword? So yeah. So it's a really simple one. Is sacrifice a keyword? Because sacrifice is unique in a sense that it's not it carries weird rules baggage with it that stands out of normal for comparison, right? Like dies we learn as a normal thing, and I don't really think dies is a normal keyword kind of thing, because like it's a mechanical word. I kind of agree, like, hey, wait, but so let me walk through the mind mesh, so to speak, right? The game has dies, and dies is the short form for when something goes from your battlefield into your grave, right? And because that's a thing, and because that's a shorthand for it, right? Sacrifice is very unique because sacrifice has like, it's not destroy, which is also another mechanical thing, and it's definitely not exile, which also which is included in this list, right? And then transform is also included in this list because transform is an action word. So there's a bit of a gray area here, because in theory dies maybe should be on this list as well, because it is somewhat of a shorthand as well, right? But dies is so natural and so basic that I don't really feel that it belongs as a keyword, so to speak. So yeah. Yeah, so not strictly a keyword, but an important element of casting and effect cost, right? So exactly that. And it's one of those kind of weird things where I don't know. Well, I'll leave the poll up for a little bit, and if anyone just stumbles into it and decides to vote, we'll just leave it be and we'll see how it goes. So, do I have to close this poll? Oh, yeah, I can end the poll later. So I'll end the poll later, but we'll just continue for now. Right. Quistis Trepe. Trepe? Blue magic. When Quistis enters, you may cast target instant sorcery card from a graveyard, and mana of any type can be spent to cast that spell. If the spell would be put into a graveyard, exile it instead. I've been trying to figure out how to make a deck out of this thing. She's actually very interesting to me. Stuck in Summon the Sanctum, and when this aura enters, tap enchanted permanent. Enchanted permanent does not untap during its controller's untap phase. Move on. Sorry, excuse me. Followed by Leviathan. Choose target spell, surveil 2, then counter the chosen spell unless its controller pays 1 for each card in your graveyard. So by the way, on that note, counter target spell is also one of those things that's on my table. Like if you include sacrifice, technically counter spells should be included as well. Oh, also by the way, if we get to see it, Mill is going on this list very quickly. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card, and it's a rogue in addition to the starter type, not critical. Did I include equip? Did I include equip? I don't think I include equip so far. Oh, that is crazy. I have not included equip. So let's include equip as well. Alright, so far so good. Eject. This spell can be countered, return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Draw a card. Oh, cute. Free spell. Exile this card. At 1 blue mana when you next cast an instant or sorcery spell this turn, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. I don't consider copy a keyword. Create a token that's target artifact, creature, or land. Moving on. Create 3/3 blue robot warrior artifact creature token. Then if this spell was cast from a graveyard, put 2+1/+1 counter on it. Flashback! Yay, everybody's favorite card. That list is looking real long now. Yeah, it is. Yeah. So we'll keep it going. Yeah, it looks... But this is exactly my point, right? Like, this is how much you, in theory, have to learn when you're learning Magic your first time. So this is why, like, learning Magic gets really daunting for a lot of people. When this enchantment enters, draw 3 cards, then discard 2 cards at the beginning of your end step. If 8 or more cards are in your graveyard, transform this enchantment. Transform. Then transforming is like flying crew one, sure, whatever. Summon Shiva. Heavenly Strike, target creature and opponent controls, put 1 stun counter on it. Diamond Dust, draw a card for each type creature your opponent controls. Sure. The Prima Vista, whenever you cast a non-creature spell, if at least 4 mana was spent to cast it, the Prima Vista becomes an artifact creature until end of turn. Cute. Ice Flawn. Flan? When this creature enters, tap target artifact or creature and opponent controls, put a stun counter on it. Island Cycling. So we talked about target cycling, so we'll just move on. Affinity for towers, draw 4 cards. Yay, here we are. Affinity. By the way, this one I can put on really quickly because I know for a fact affinity is not... there's no rules text for affinity on Travel the Overworld on its official text, I think. If someone has seen the card, like has the card with them, and if you think otherwise, please let me know. Because I don't recall seeing it. I remember seeing it when I was playing the pre-release. So if you've seen it and you have the rules text with you, if they do have the rules text, I'm taking it off the list. Affinity for artifacts, flying when this creature enters, surveil 2, sure. Counter target spell unless it's controlled, please X. If the spell is countered this way, exile it instead of putting it on this way. Sure, whatever, move on. My favorite card of the set. Super flavorful, wish it was more powerful. Thornberry, this creature enters, tapped with a stun counter on it. Chef's Knife, during your turn, this creature has first strike and death touch. Yeah. They should add a flavor line. It's death touch to player. Yeah, all things affinity is in this set. Yeah, I know, right? So like this is exactly what I'm talking about, right? Like why is it actually in this set? Does this set actually need affinity? I don't think so. So anyway, job select. Equipped creature gets +1/+0. Then whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this creature deals 1 damage to each opponent and is a wizard in addition to his type. Okay. Oh, by the way, nifty thing. You'll notice that they actually changed the hero token image depending on what they think the hero should look like. So yeah, there you go. There should be one more I saw just now. Where's the hero select? It's not this one. Is it here? Where's my equipment? Is it here? Oh, is it this one? There we go. Yeah. Cute. Anyway, let's move on. Demon Wall, Defender, Menace. Ah, yeah, there we go. Defender and Menace. 2 on 1 card. As long as it's... Oh, wait, I forgot one more thing. We missed one because it was so innocuous that I forgot about it. First strike, Death Touch. When this creature enters, opponent discards a card. Choose one as all creatures get -1/-1 until end of turn. Target player reveals their hand. Choose an artifact creature from it. The player discards that card. Okay, sure. And as whenever Reno and Rude deals combat damage to a player, exile the top card of that player's library. Then you may sacrifice another creature or artifact. If you do, you may play the exile card this turn and then any type you expect to cast it. Oh, it's so long. I remember reading this card when I was playing. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put one of them into your hand and the rest in your graveyard. Flashback 6, sure. Sorry, flashback 7. Rat Tail, when this creature dies, create a treasure token. There we go, treasure tokens. The other one. Is it in the print version of the game as well? You're talking about the affinity one? Like, are we talking about affinity or are we talking about like... But yes, there are different tokens. There are absolutely different tokens. Yeah, but affinity, all these, by the way, all these, right, that you're seeing with this expansion, like this FF Crystal expansion thing, they're all available in the they're all available on the print version as well. I'm actually a little surprised because there's a card that I was playing around with that I played with, but it's not in. Oh no, Rook Turret. That's where. Yeah, that's it. That's the one I was playing. Anyway, different tokens. As in different hero token arts. Yes, there's different hero token arts. In case you're wondering. If that's what you're asking about. Kicker, sacrifice an artifact creature. Target creature gains -2/-2 at the end of turn. If this spell is kicked, that creature gets -6/-6 at the end of turn. So yeah, I want to change the poll. So this is exactly the same one that I want to check. I want to get a general poll on. I'm going to consider sacrifice as a yes first for now. And I want to change the poll about kicker. So yeah. So here's the reason why I'm on the fence about considering keyword kicker as a keyword. Now I know it's treated as one, and it should be because it's basically rules text on a card that says, "Hey, treat this card separately." But here's the thing. No kicker card doesn't say that, oh, this is what happens when you kick it. Like you sort of do have to understand like what kick means, but at the same time, like the card itself very explicitly says, hey, this is what happens if you kick it. Like, so you do it by paying this cost kind of thing. So it's sort of like, if I include kicker, I feel like I would have to include job select as well, because it has rules text and reminders text on the thing, which I do want to feel like I should avoid in general. So I'm gonna say no for this because kicker has so many variations. That's on top of that, right? So yeah. Oh well, we'll put no for now. We'll just see how it goes. Tiered. Until end of turn, target creature you control gains. Whenever this creature dies, return it to the battlefield tapped under its owner's controls and has chosen base power and toughness. So keep in mind, tiered on the printer card does have reminder text, so I'm not going to treat it as a thing. So we're just gonna move on from there. The tiered magic is in the set is kicker. It is technically not. Because kicker is very explicit. Kicker is a binary one, so you have a choice of doing it or not. Multi-kicker allows you to choose multiple options. The one that you're referring to, like in this case, tiered, the closest example is the multi-choice choose one thing. And so technically it's not kicker. I know I'm splitting hairs, but if we don't do it this way, all mechanics will basically be either flashbacks or kickers, you know? So, a flying death touch, sacrifice and a creature artifact, draw a card. Yeah, sure, that doesn't count. When this creature or another creature or artifact you control dies, target opponent loses 1 life, you gain 1 life. Sure, whatever, move on. Target creature sacrifice creature of the choice, create a black wizard that has that whole whenever cast a non-creature spell, this token deals 1 damage to each opponent. By the way, in case you hadn't noticed, right, like because of these cards, these black mages, right, black red has some really nasty like cast creatures and then spam non-creature spells, and it just ping you to death kind of way. Like black, red, blue right now is just nasty. And the only reason why you wouldn't play blue, so blue and red is obviously for all the like non-creature spells, right? And VV is there in blue and red, so that's what you want. These guys, these wizards, right, will just ping you to death. Yeah, everything's a variant of kicker, right? So yeah. Drops like equip creature gets +3/+0 and is knight in addition to its other types. Chaos Bringer, equip play 3 life, activate only once each turn. Yep, let's move on. Don't want to count a bunch of that. Whenever one or more creature leaves your graveyard, you draw a card and lose 1 life. This ability triggers only once each turn. Melds with Vanille, Cheerful, Lissel. up. So melds is another one that we need to keep in mind, and that one is going to be a problem. I hate this card for a lot of reasons. As a games designer, as a player, and if you're an FF fan, this is awesome. But as a game designer, and as a guy who's very sensitive about, like, you know, the burdens of learning for a player, this is a very, very annoying card because this is a one-off. Like, I don't think there's other melt cards in the entire set, and yeah, like literally, it's specifically done for Fang and Vanille. And if you're a fan of FF, it makes perfect sense. You'd be really glad they have this mechanic. But man, you have to learn this, man. Yeah. So anyway, so and Meld has so many weird rules going with it. By the way, once again, I know that beginning players will probably not think about those weird rules, like, you know, stuff on the side first as much. But like when it gets there, right, it's like, holy crap, there's a lot of stuff to go through. Anyway, vigilance, menace, trample, reach, haste. So I think we actually haven't put in trample here so far. But I think we've got most of the big keywords, so we are going to put trample and haste on this list. I think I've gone past this. Yeah, I've gone past the page. I have to. Oh god, I've gone way past this thing now. I'm going to move it to the top. There we go. Yeah, Meld is here too. Really annoying. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, as I said, this is a one-off, so it's really, really annoying. Return 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. Sure, whatever. Target creature gains -0, -999 until end of turn. This is a really cute card. I fucking love this card. And it's a better murder. It's a strictly bitter murder. Outrub. Quad rub for rare? Not bad. When this creature enters, choose one. Destroy target creature that does dealt damage this turn, or exile up to 2 target cards from a single graveyard. Sure. Nothing much to talk about here. By the way, I have a foil overkill. It's just funny as F. Shambling Seath. This creature enters tap. Whenever you cast non-creature spell, you pay 1 black. If you do, return this card from your graveyard to your hand. Kinda cute. They're better cards. Shinra Reinforcements. When this creature enters, mill 3 cards. You gain 3 life. There we go. Mill. Circle Power. Draw 2 cards, lose 2 life. Create a 0/1 black wizard with that ping ability. Wizards you control gain +1/+0 and gains lifelink until end of turn. Did I include lifelink in here? I don't think lifelink's in here. Oh, lifelink's on top. Okay, I can see it. You can't. I can. Gallus Van Balsar. Each player sacrifices creature token for their choice. Each player sacrifices a non-token creature of their choice, or each creature sacrifices an enchantment of their choice. When Gauss enters, choose one. Namazu Trader. When this creature enters, you lose 1 life and create a treasure token. When this creature attacks, you may sacrifice another creature or artifact. If you do, surveil 2. Trample. Sacrifice another artifact or creature. Sorry, this is Phantom Train. I didn't know Phantom Train was a card, by the way. Sacrifice. Trample. Sacrifice another artifact or creature. Put a +1/+1 counter on this vehicle. If it becomes a spirit artifact creature in sacrifice another artifact or creature. Put a +1/+1 creature on this +1 counter on this vehicle. It becomes a spirit artifact creature in addition to its other types until end of turn. So the only way so this is a vehicle that you can't crew normally. Fascinating. Actually, as I said, I didn't know Phantom Train was a card, so this is fascinating to me. It's really funny that you'll see it later, but like it's really funny that they make the suplex reference, and yeah, you can totally suplex the Phantom Train. Anyway, Sephiroth's Intervention, destroy target creature, gain 2 life, nothing too fancy to shout home about. Create 2 tapped 2/2 black horror creature tokens. If this spell was cast from a graveyard, instead create X of those tokens, where X number of creature cards in your graveyard. No keyword here. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield with 2 additional +1/+1 counters on it. No keywords here. The first non-crewable. I don't think so. I think there are others, but I'm not 100% certain. Not 100% certain. Anyway, likewise, Hunter Mark. When this enchantment enters, destroy up to one target creature. At the beginning of the end step, if a creature died under an opponent's control this turn, create a treasure token. Then if you control 3 or more treasure tokens, transform this enchantment. You get Yasmat, Ultimate Mark. Sacrifice another creature or artifact. Yasmat gains indestructible until end of turn. Yasmat. Have it. I think I need to include... Do I have indestructible? Yeah, I do have indestructible. Marlboro. Bad Breath. When this creature enters, each opponent discards a card, loses 2 life, and exiles the top 3 cards of their library. Swamp Cycling. So that one's fine. Pain, you draw a card, lose 1 life. Oblivion, each opponent sacrifices a creature of their choice and loses 3 life. That's it. Nothing too big. We're going to red, and then we have green, and then we have multicolored, and then we're done. Shouldn't be too long more. I'm going to go faster here, by the way. I'm going to stop reading every card by card. I'll just, scan through because it's getting kind of late. When you cast a non-creature spell, if at least 4 mana was spent to cast it, you get blow up. Sacrifice this creature. If it deals damage equal to the power of target creature, activate only as a sorcery, whatever man. Flash, when this creature enters, attach it to target creature you control. That creature gains first strike until end of turn. I think we covered first strike. Yes, we did. Equip creature gets +1/+0. Fine, move on. Nothing too fancy here. Let's move on. Jump during your turn. Crescent has blind. At 1 red, spend this mana only to cast an equipment spell or activate an equipment ability. Nothing too big there. Thunder Magic just deals damage in scaling, so we'll just move on. Target creature gains +3/+0 and gains haste until end of turn. Exile the top card of your library. You may play until next turn. Nope, nothing big. When you attack, target attack creature gains menace until end of turn. Nothing too big. Choose 1. Exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may choose those cards until your next end step. 1 or 2 target creatures you get +2/+0 until end of turn. Nothing too big. Prompto. Haste, selfie shot. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, if it's at least 4 mana or spent to cast it, create a treasure token. Nothing too big too. Drops light. Equip creatures. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this creature gains +2/+0 until end of turn, and is a wizard in addition to its other types. Basically, you're a wizard, Harry. Sabo Tender, Landfall. Land enters. This creature deals 1 damage to each opponent. So here's the thing, right? I think I mentioned this earlier. Because now, and just looking back at the kicker decision, right? Like, because the effect is more or less spelled out in the effect, like Landfall becomes just a flavor text for you to set up expectations. I think more or less it's safe to say that kickers are just not keywords. Let's find the poll. Self-destruct. Target creature you control gains X damage to any creature, target, and damage to itself, where X is its power. Cool. Suplex. Deals 3 damage to target creature. If that creature would die, turn exile instead. Exile target artifact. See? Suplex. You can now suplex your Phantom Train. Fantastic. Laughing Mad. Additional cost to cast a spell. Discard a card. Draw 2 cards. Flashback 4. Whatever. Whenever this creature enters, create a 0/1 Black Wizard. We'll move on. Prowess. There we go. Whenever Queen Bane attacks, create a 0/1 Black Wizard creature token. Whenever we cast a non-creature spell, this token deals 1 damage. Prowess is the one that we're going to add to the list. Drops like Trample, Haste, Marusame. This is me going fast, by the way. At the beginning of combat return, target creature gain +2 blah blah. The end of right, +6. We need to count for double strike. Draw a card, discard card, add red mana. Fine. Gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap the creature if it gains haste at the end of turn. Nothing too big. Let's move on. Reach. Whenever Barret Wallace attacks, you deal damage equal to the number of creep. Okay, let's move on. Search your library for a mountain card. Reveal it, put it in your hand. Then shuffle. I don't consider search a keyword. Move on. When return to instant sorcery card from your graveyard or exile card from flashback to your hand. Nope, move on. This creature deals damage equal to the number of non-creature non-land cards in your graveyard to target creature opponent controls. Wizards you control. Yep, move on. Moving on. Light of Judgment deals X damage, 6 damage to target creature. Destroy up to 1 equip. And move on. Yeah, once again, I'm also not including destroy, so yeah, that's not going to be a thing. Haste. When this creature enters, destroy target land. Its control may search their basic land card, put it into the battlefield tap, then shuffle. Not a thing. Trample, haste, multi-cycling. Not already listed. Shuffle your library, then mill 4 cards. Did I not include mill? I included mill already. Then we have haste, and then we have flashback. We're moving on from there. Choco Comet deals X damage to any target. Nope, nothing too big. Trample. At the beginning of your end step, if this creature didn't enter the battlefield this turn, return it to its owner's hand. Weird. Target creature gains. Target you control fights target creature and opponent controls. Remove a lore counter to target saga you control. Put a lore counter to target saga you control. So what we want to do is we have fights here now. Look at the top 3 cards of the library and reveal an artifact. Or land among them, put the rest at the bottom of your library. Nope. Death Touch has been included. Moving on. Landfall. Nothing too big here. Moving on. Somersault. And till end of turn, then you double or triple the power and toughness of the thing. Oh my god, Tifa's Limit Break. Ah, man, look at that art for it, man. That looks so nice. Anyway. Target creature gains +3/+3 and gains trample. Already included it. Kicker, land, return a land card to your control to its owner's hand. This is basically just a fight. On the end of turn, target creature gets +1/+0 gains when this creature dies. Put a number. Yeah, okay, nothing to do at Rima. Oh, right. Yeah, I've seen that stuff before. Landfall, it's also another landfall, nothing too crazy here, no new rule sets or words that you really need to remember. Transform is already included. Landfall is there, nothing too big. Let's move on. When you cast your first human creature each turn, you get dog or wolf for control at 1 mana of any color. Move on, nothing too big here. When this creature enters mill 4 cards, you may put a land card. I think we've covered a lot of the basics. Destroy target, no. Drops like, no. Nope. Nope. Nothing new there. Search your library for a basic land card put in a battlefield tap. Nothing there. Did I include hexproof? I think hexproof is included already. Yeah, it's one of the earlier ones. Yep. Yeah, strangely enough, I think we might have just covered like everything already at this point. I don't think... Are there anything too much that we... Oh, keep in mind, like, I know we've sort of technically ended, but that list is still incredibly long. So that's worth remembering. When this artifact... Yeah... Yeah, this is incredibly long. Whatever, like, yeah. So yeah, so like, I'm not saying that this is undoable, but like, if you're a new player to Magic, this list is basically what you're gonna be facing when you learn it the first time. Yeah. Death Touch Lifelink. Oh, this is, by the way, this is really cute. Rufus and Rinoa both have dogs that are like very specifically named legendary dogs. Yeah. Also, Darkstar looks a lot smaller than I thought. Like, somehow I have this impression that it'd be a lot bigger. Death Touch Lifelink. Nothing too big here. Enters and attacks. Nothing too big here. At... Oh. Emperor Palamesia. Add blue or red, spend this mana on a cast a non-creature spell. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, at least 4 mana spent to it. Put a counter, transform. Yep, nothing too big here. Shantoto, whenever you cast a non-creature spell, Shantoto gets +X+0 until end of turn, where X is number... Yeah, the cards actually tell you exactly what they do. Non-creature spell, surveil 1, return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield, transform, activate only as a sorcery. What's to stop me from just discarding this and just resurrecting it? Okay, but like, to be fair, it's not that great. Like, you're spending way too much mana for like what's essentially a like a barely serviceable bomb. Black Waltz number 3. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, Black Waltz number 3 deals 3 damage to each opponent. Well, this is pretty nasty. X-Death. When X-Death enters, you gain 3 life. At the beginning of your turn, you have 6 more. Yep, nothing too big to... I'm actually very surprised that X-Death is actually pretty, like, soft in this release. Yep. Is combat damage significant? Because Diamond's weapon will die to any spell outside of combat. Sorry, who's Diamond's weapon? Because I was rushing through a bunch of stuff, so I might have missed what you were going with. Diamond's weapon. But yeah, combat damage, if we're talking about like how much combat damage you receive, is pretty nasty. A diamond weapon. This spell costs 1 less for each permanent card in your graveyard. Prevent all combat damage when dealt to diamond weapon. Because diamond weapon would die to any spell outside of combat. Absolutely. I mean, I feel like it's still an 8/8. I feel like it's like... Oh, you mean combat damage as a term? Oh. Okay, I definitely feel like that's kind of a weird one. I don't think it deserves to be listed. It's... But because if I include combat damage, technically I would have to then include mana, if you know what I mean. And that's kind of like, once again, stretching the, like, going well beyond what is the basics of the game. So yeah. And as far as how easy or hard diamond weapon is to kill, I mean, it dies to Doomblade, so, you know, whatever. But yeah, no, I think 8/8 combat damage, pretty good. Like, if you can see, like, a lot of things, this is like by default the biggest common and common there is. So yeah, like I wouldn't say that it's bad. Cloud of Darkness, particle beam. When Cloud of Darkness enters, target creature opponent gains -X until your turn, where X is the number of permanent cards in your graveyard, so that's fine. Landfall, whenever you control enters, you discard a card. You can draw. Summon return target saga card with mana value X. Or finality counter. Finality. So we finally have the finality counter that we should be including here. Gladius. Search around. Your land control, stuff like that, gains trample, blah blah blah. That's fine. Double strike. Whenever Gyot or Dwarf you control enters, whenever your equipment you control enters, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. That's fine. Zidane gains control of target creature and opponent controls until the end of turn. Untap it. It gains lifelink and haste until the end of turn. Did I include lifelink somewhere? Yeah, we did. Very, very early. It's a white effect, so it should have been covered very early in this exercise. Lifelink, whenever Garnet attacks, you may remove a lower counter from each any number of sagas you control. Put a +1/+1 counter on Garnet for each lower counter removed this way. By the way, this Garnet is actually a really, really great card if you actually have the right cards for it. I'm just not big on playing sagas. Rinoa. So I didn't realize this, by the way. Angelo is actually smaller than Darkstar, which I suppose makes sense. Not bad, but wearing a cut gonna throw people off. For Garnet, yeah, absolutely, man. Ignis. When Ignis Scientia enters, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may put a land card from among them into the battlefield tab. Put the rest of the bottom of the library in a random order. Yeah, so I mentioned about food tokens, so this has already been covered. So let's move on. When Omega enters, for each opponent, tap 1 target non-land permanent that opponent controls. Put X land counters on each of those permanents and you gain X life. So yeah, we've covered stun tokens as well. Elixir. This artifact enters tapped. Exile this artifact, shuffle all non-land cards from your graveyard to your library. You gain life equal to the number of cards shuffled into your library this way. Actually, Elixir is an old card, by the way. I forgot they existed a long time ago. It's nice that they brought it back. Lunatic Pandora. Surveil 1, sacrifice Lunatic Bird, destroy target non-land permanent. Let's move on. World map. Sacrifice this artifact, search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it in your hand. Sacrifice this artifact, search your library for a land card, reveal it, put it in your hand, and then shuffle. Oh, search the P3 is search for a land card, any land card. Flash, when this artifact enters, draw cards. Sacrifice this artifact, you gain 3 life. Did we include Flash? I think we included Flash. Yes, we did include Flash. No, we included Flashback. Do we have Flash? Yes, we do. It's very early as well. Drop select. Equip creature gains +1/+0 as a monkey additional type. Nothing too big here. Poo Poo UFO. This is actually a card that I saw during the pre-release, and it's really, really interesting. Because it actually allows you to do land drops on your opponent's turn. Which is pretty cool. Yeah, but otherwise nothing, like, play-wise it's interesting, but it doesn't, like, have any keywords or anything, so it's pretty nice. Flying, whenever this vehicle attacks, draw a card, then discard a card. Blitzball. Add 1/1 of a card. Any color, sacrifice this artifact, draw 2 cards, activate only if an opponent deals skill. Yep, nothing too big here. And Magic Pot, when this creature dies, create a creature token. We're almost done. Equipment enters, it deals 2 damage. Nothing too big. Oh, this is actually pretty nice. For very silly reasons. Actually, this is actually pretty nice. Useless. Add Ring of the Lucii, 2 pay 1, tap target non-land permanent, whatever. Relentless X at more. I'm not going to pronounce it. This creature can't be blocked except for 3 or more creatures. Return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Tap with Fatality counter, right? We talked about Fatality counter, so it's fine. Vision Speech Temple, that's fine. Adventurous Inn. When this land enters, you gain 2 life. This is cute. Capital City. Cycling, as we mentioned earlier. This land enters, it enters choose color, that's whatever. Eden Seat of Sanctum, add 1 mill 2 cards that you may sacrifice land when you do return target permanent, whatever. Add flip a coin, if you win the flip, create a target token. Sacrifice 2 artifacts, draw a card. Yep, that's it. So yeah, so we're done with this whole thing. And through that, like, this is just the commons and uncommons. I've not included like more complex cards or on the like on the rare or mythic side of things. But usually commons and commons covers most of the basic keywords that you'll need to do. And yeah, that list, this is how the list looks like right now. Oh, sorry. Can I do it here? Let me go into, let me turn off studio mode. Okay, so you can see it here. So I'm doing this live now. I'm hoping you can see it. Yeah, you guys can see it now. Yeah, so this list is how long it is right now. Let's see how many entries there are. I'm just gonna do this thing where I'm just gonna open it up on Excel and see how it goes. So there are 32 total keywords that's listed here. And yeah, that's how Magic is like right now, especially with this set. Are there stuff that I would not expect to see in a normal set? Yeah, I don't expect to see meld in a normal set. I don't expect to see food tokens or stun tokens as often, but I think they are becoming staples now, so a bit of a question mark there. I probably wouldn't expect to see affinity in here. Yeah, but unfortunately Magic has sort of become so like bloated with keywords at this point. Like, this is actually almost pretty standard. Half of this list is stuff that are literally staples inside Magic now. So yeah. Still very daunting though. Still very, very daunting. And I don't know. Yeah. Affinity is definitely the one that I would like totally expect them to like not have gone into. Yeah. But if this is your first Magic set, this list, like if you're going to teach someone to play Magic, if you have friends who have like learning how to play Magic the first time because of Final Fantasy, right? Like this list is sort of going to become your checklist for like things that you probably need to be prepared to explain. You know? And yeah, and cycling does it. Cycling actually surprisingly shows up in a cycle inside this set. It's a very unique thing that they did. And you might not have caught it on because I sort of ran through it a bit. So there's a ring of like high cost creatures, like so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across each color that basically does specific land cyclings. Yeah, so it's very intentional, like for you. This is sort of their soft color solution, which I think is kind of cute. I don't necessarily think it's great. Like I wish there were better solutions, but I think this is actually a very efficient solution. Like, and I do like how it's paired up. Like it's always paired up with high cost cards. So it's like, oh yeah, hey, if you get this early in your game and you want a land, just toss it. If you don't need the land, then this is a great bomb. So if you're playing in a limited environment, this is a pretty decent card to keep an eye out for. So yeah, so this series here is actually pretty useful as color, sort of color fixing for in a limited environment, especially when you don't want to give out like dual lands everywhere. So yeah, affinity is one of those kind of things which isn't great, because they only exist in 2 cards, and yeah, you are for 2 cards. I have to teach what affinity is. It's so annoying. Yeah. Yeah. I should probably emphasize though, like this is only for commons and uncommons. If you take away all this, right? And if let's say for example you're looking for cycling again, because this includes all the rares and stuff, right? No difference in cycling. He has 1 extra card. So yeah, so not great, in large part because of all these kind of things. Like it's as I said, it's a small issue with bloat. The game is very complex at this point. So if you really do want to learn, for those who are like new to the game, you're gonna need a little bit of patience. You're gonna stumble a lot. You're gonna find like I think I would argue that sometimes it can be a bit more annoying than playing D&D, because when you're playing D&D, your GM's going to be able to give you like sort of leeway, and like, oh, there's some stuff that like they can guide you and the story can distract you as you go along. But when you're playing trading card games in particular, you follow the rules. There are rules to be playing it by, and yeah, and you need to be able to make like proper decisions. I still remember like the more interesting one, when you count the additional special cards, right? Yeah, that's worse. So like one of the interesting things that I was doing, so I was playing with this guy during the pre-release. He hasn't been playing Magic for a while, so he came back to the game and had a bunch of things that he was just playing, right? One of the things that apparently he didn't figure out was that Death Touch is carried by fights, meaning that if you use a fight card, right? Like say, oh, this creature fights the other card or something like that. This creature of yours fights this other creature that's not yours. Like if your creature has Death Touch, that Death Touch effect triggers alongside the Death Touch. The Death Touch effect triggers alongside with that fight. He didn't know that. So I actually had to teach it to him, and as far as I was concerned, I was winning already. He was making a lot of very bad choices. I felt really bad about it, but like that thing wasn't going to be one of those things that I would let go. As in, I'd rather he I'd rather lose and give him that match and let him walk away with that lesson rather than to like let him continue like just not make that call. Yeah. Because I was gonna lose anyway. I'm just playing so badly. But yeah. Yeah, so Magic itself has gone pretty complex, and FF went ham with like the type of cards that it would do. There's a lot of very weird ones. Like there's actually, if you guys have not seen this, but like I actually don't know. I need to go. I'm planning to look up to see how Yishtola's effect is actually intended to play out. This is really weird because if you've not seen it, she basically gives you a double end step, and I don't know what that means. Like, as in, I don't know how that's good. And I need to check the rulings for this. Like, I need to understand how, like, at least an example of how these interactions will come into play. Yeah, not crafting, but yeah, I need to find out. Love the fact that Dark Confidence back. Really nice, really fun, really good, powerful card. I really want one, a physical one, if I could, but we'll see. Yeah. So I think, all right, guys, I think that's it for me tonight. I've already actually extended it by almost an hour plus because of that, you know, accidental stumbling into let's figure out whether, you know, the Final Fantasy set is that much more complex. Interestingly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually save this list. And I'll turn this into a small little series if I can, where we look into some of the sets and we'll see how often this happens, you know? If they're pretty consistent, then hey, it's egg on my face. We all learned something new. My mistake, my bad, right? But hey, if this is not a one-time thing, then FF is truly going to be an outlier in terms of complexity. So we'll find out. We'll see how it goes after a few more sessions, I guess, like this. Anyways, okay, so with that, I think we're going to call it a night. It's getting pretty late for me right now. It's almost 1 a.m. So I need a shower. Honestly, it's been so hot these last couple of days. I wish I had the time to shower before this. I did not. It was my bad. Okay. Yep. With that, we're ending the stream tonight. Really hope that Jeremy gets well soon. As soon as he's back up on his feet, I'll rearrange a different time with him. Then I'll put an announcement up. Then we'll have the next gas when it comes out. Horrible. Yeah, but I do have a planned stream on Sunday morning. If that happens, you'll see an announcement up tomorrow. We'll see how my plans go on Sunday morning. If not, I guess I'll see you guys next week, hopefully. All right. So till then, have a great weekend ahead. I hope you have a great time. Good night, guys. And yeah, bing bong. I'll see you guys again very, very, very soon. Good night.